Now, if Poland wins, just expect this crowd to go crazy. Hell, expect them to go crazy before the team wins. And here they go. Poland advances in a line, Denmark advances in 3 units. And Poland engages on the west gate, on the west fence. The center and the east fence are still just testing each other. Poland is starting to probe, and Denmark has got a guy in the backfield. Looks like he's been displaced, distracted, I should say. There goes a Dane, there goes another Dane. Here's a Dane looking for a target of opportunity, runs into his teammates. There goes a Pole knocking down a Dane, and there goes a Dane pulling that Pole down with him. Now we got a one-on-one. Ooh, there goes some pain. There's a cluster in the corner there as a falchion man, what is that funky chopper thing, is bringing down the pain. He gets engaged by a fighter with a pavis on his shield, while the Pole with a pavis on his shield is engaging the Dane. Now there are 2 Poles, 3 Poles, bringing their Poles, that's redundant, down on the remaining Danes. Whistles blow, and I'd say Poland won that one. Poland is making a statement. Poland is saying, this is our house, and you do not come in here and walk out unimpeded. Poland is saying, this, we are going to make you pay for attempting to take our land away. Ooh, that rhymed. I like that. Look at some of the action in slow motion. That flanker just did not level a good blow and wound up running away and getting a few blows. He tried to run into that Pole who was bigger and stronger than him and knocked him down. That Pole, good front kick to the hip, knocked that fella down. Then that Dane went and pulled that Pole down, but went down with him. They tripped over dead bodies. There's a chopper. I see what that is. That's from the Maciejewski Bible, a book that was illustrated in around the 1250s. And he stops laying in the pain on that Dane, who is not like the rain in Spain, but he's having a hard time standing up with all that pain. He decides to disengage from the Polish guy who's holding him so that he can engage the guy with the chopper, who then answers with a headbutt. Perfectly legal. And here comes a couple more Polish guys, with one guy with a poleaxe, another with a 2-handed falchion, another with a blade on a stick. And they're just trying to convince the Danes that they would rather not stand up, although that blow actually landed on one of the Polish guys. Did I do what? What are people asking me now? No, I did not. Funky, F-U-N-K-Y. It is a perfectly good word. It was very popular in the 70s, during which I grew up. Okay, so for those of you who are wondering about the rules here, there aren't that many. The simple objective is knock down everybody on the other team. The team with the last man standing, or the team with more than 3 men standing, if the other team only has 1 man standing, wins the round. You can punch him, you can kick him, you can grapple him, you can knock him down, you can hit him with your weapon, you can hit him with your shield, you can do just about anything except wrap 2 arms around his legs below the waist, or hit him behind the knees, or in the front of the throat, or the back of the neck, or vertically along the spine, or stomp on his foot. That sounds like a lot, but really it isn't. And for those of you who think there is no technique here, there's a lot of technique here. There are techniques in takedowns. There are techniques in striking in order to deliver the most force in a blow. There are techniques in how to find the best place to knock a guy over. That kick to the hip, there is a technique to get the most force into the kick, and where exactly to kick him to knock him over. And then there's the tactics of how to get into the right position behind someone so you can hit him without him seeing you. Now what's happening now is that the refs are counting the fighters to make sure that nobody has too many men on the field. It looks like that guy was the one too many men, and so he may not have been all that happy about leaving the field. Excuse me. So, Denmark is lined up, Spain is lined up, the referee is checking the readies, and here we go, round 2. That ref is in big trouble because he looks like, oh, Denmark is bringing it to the western flank of Poland, and they are engaging, they are punching, they are grappling. It looks like some line engagements here in the front as that one Dane is trying to take two Poles with him, and now it's getting into the clusters, it's getting into some attempts at hip throws, and there goes a Dane. That Pole hands onto the fence so he doesn't go down. They still look to be about even in sides. Two Poles almost ran into each other. That one's looking for a target of opportunity. This Dane is looking for another target of opportunity. They're looking to outnumber some Poles locally. Here comes a Pole looking to help somebody out. This Dane is trying to knock down a Pole while a Pole comes over and boom, takes him down. Now that Pole is trying to suplex that Dane. Let's see what's happening. Now it looks like we got a 2-on-1 on that Dane in the corner. The Pole's trying, and now we got a 3-on-1. They're bringing down the pain with the pole axes. He's going to have a hard time standing up if there's nobody else to take some damage. Boom, down he goes. He takes the Pole with him. And Poland wins. How about that? Hard-fought matches, but Denmark did the best they could against Poland. They tried really hard. They executed their plans. But Poland was not going to have it. Poland was not going to let Denmark take them down on their home turf. And the crowd applauds in a very enthusiastic manner. I'm understating it now because if Poland continues to do this well in the tournament, I want to save some of my hyperbole for later. Okay, so there's some hugs and there's some love between the two teams. They retire. Okay, now since there's only 3 teams here, they need to get, oh, here's some slow motion action. You see, everyone's just hitting everyone. I'm not even sure that everybody knows who they're hitting. You'll see some Danes are holding back, looking for the target of opportunity, letting their advanced men take up the damage. Here you see a Pole pushing a Dane back, getting him out away from the crowd, thinking that he can take him down quickly. Winds up locked up against the fence while a Dane looking for opportunity. Note how he looks around as soon as he hits the guy, checking the map, that's called, to find another target of opportunity where he can do more damage. Those two guys were locked up against the fence. He found someone who had 2 guys on him already but was not going down, so he figured that he could help out, and he did. Although the guy who went down took one of the Poles took one of the Danes with him. Now here's a 1-on-1 in the corner. Note again, he's got the head locked, but he's looking around to see who's coming so that nobody blindsides him. Meanwhile, his buddy delivered the kick. So now, but that Polish guy without a surcoat engaged him. They're taking him away. The guy who had just run into the one who was against the fence takes over the engagement, and they wind up in a 1-on-1. He uses the strikes to engage the grapple, attempts a hip throw, but was not able to get his weight low enough to take the Polish guy over him, and they both wound up going down together. That left this one Dane on the western fence in a grapple with a poleaxe on one side, a long sword on the other, and the 4th Polish guy just decided there must be a place where I can be of better help than here, walks off. The poleaxe guy goes and looking to see if there's anything else happening. He decides nothing else that was more urgent than getting this guy down. Delivers one last blow to the kidneys as the Danish guy takes the longsword man down with him. Ooh. This is action, baby. This is fun. This is what it's all about. This is full contact medieval armed combat at its best, at its roughest, at its purest.